I am excited about some of the updates the X1S has, not the least of which is a much easier to read font. Check this out. Clear as day, much easier to read. Not only that, this remote right here has a 1000 milliamp hour battery. So I think between charges, you could go probably close to 60 days on that. Speaking of 60, this thing will control about 60 different devices. I want to thank the team at SofaBaton for sending me this to review. The reason I went ahead and took the review is they didn't tell me anything that I had to say, and they didn't tell me anything that I couldn't say. So I'm able to take a look at it and tell you what I actually think. I had a chance to play with this a little bit and hook it up to some of the devices in my house, and I gave it a real workout. Not only did I hook it up to something that it's really ready for, like my Roku, I hooked it up to some things that are probably not typical for the remote, but really come in handy in this office. So let's dive in. This is the X1S remote, and I have had SofaBaton remotes before, but this one is extra special. So let me get it unboxed. All right, so this is what you're going to get in the box. It's going to come just like that. If you've ever had a SofaBaton, this is not like a toy. It doesn't feel cheap in your hands. They are going to be very, very well constructed. One of the things I like about this one, and I've had a little bit of time to play with it, the X1S versus the X1 has this. When you pick it up, it automatically comes on. That is a huge, huge improvement because it gets rid of any kind of lag time. Normally with the X1, when you pick it up, you have to turn it, you have to press a button to tell it to wake up. This one wakes up when you pick it up. So I really do like that. Of course, it'll come with your instruction manual. It will come with a quick start guide. It comes with your USB. This is the one I plugged it in with originally. And it's got the sensors in case you put the hub inside of something and you need it to show. It's got a couple of those, lots of length. It's got your wall mount. And then, of course, it has the hub. When you get the SofaBaton, you're going to want to download the app, and that is what that looks like there. The app makes this very, very easy to hook up and very easy to use. This will connect to your Wi-Fi, and with your Wi-Fi, it makes it very easy to download the codes for whatever it is you're trying to control. So I tried a few different things with this. First, it was super easy to connect to my Roku, which I really like because I don't know what's going on with it, but my Roku eats batteries. They barely last 2 weeks. And now I've got another way to control the Roku. And because that code is right there, that is simply plug and play. I was even able to get it to work with my television, which is a much older television, and get it to work off of my previous remote. One thing that you do need to know about this, the remote does not have infrared capabilities on its own. You have to have the hub plugged in. This doesn't operate on its own. So with this plugged in, I was even able to get my lights controllable from here. I'm going to take me off camera and I'm going to point you at that thing right there. How cool is that? My LED lights are not even something that's in the wheelhouse that this would normally control, but because of the Wi-Fi capabilities of this and the flexibility of the programming where I can take my remote from something that's as crazy as LED lights and hook it up to this, wildly handy. In part because if you've ever used these kind of remotes, these are junk. They fail so often that I have 3 of them now because the first 2 have failed. This is going to be much more handy for me. I personally think the SofaBaton X1S is a big upgrade over the SofaBaton X1, even though that was a very good remote. I feel like this one, the software has been improved. I feel like the Wi-Fi capabilities really add a lot to it, and it connected to a lot more devices in my house a lot more easily. So this is absolutely worth considering.